Welcome to this week's episode of the Rantoul Roundup, where we round up the news so you don't have to. In this week's episode, we talked to Tonya Carter from the Carter Education and Community Foundation about their upcoming event on Friday the 23rd through Sunday the 25th. We hope you enjoy the episode. Don't forget to follow us to get more info. Thanks so much. Ladies and gentlemen, today my guest is Tonya Carter with the Carter Community Foundation. Did I say it right?
It's close. It's the Carter Education and Community Foundation.
That's the thing. It's the education part that I'm always not getting particularly right. But we're not a perfect podcast.
Well, it's okay.
We're just fun around here.
Everything's about education. So if you leave it out, it's quite all right. It's there.
But you're educating me on the things. So it's good. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. You know, we're getting off and running and learning and doing all the fun things. So I'm in a good place. I'm in a good, exciting, fun spot. And I hope the podcast takes off and people enjoy it.
We will speak it into existence.
That's what we'll do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we're both in good spots in our life right now. So
definitely.
The big thing that I want you to talk to me about today is the reunion thing that you're trying to get off the ground and get moving. And so tell me all the things. Give me your pitch.
Well, you know, the interesting thing is from us being from Rantoul, it's always a reunion, and we don't find a time where we can just all come together outside or as a community. And I know that being here, I've heard people say, I didn't know this person, or I just moved here. Mm-hmm. So my thought was, if I am focused on building community a little bit different, or building back community, I thought it would be kind of fun to bridge the old and the new. So those of us that are from Rantoul, live and breathe the village, the toolbox, however you want to, categorize it, and those that are transplant or just getting, to know us.
Getting acclimated to all of us.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the purpose of this event, to build back, bring back community in a way that people can maybe pause for a little bit, enjoy life, enjoy their neighbors, enjoy new people, but also support community for kids and show kids a way that we can, intermingle and be intergenerational, something that you and I grew up with. And we didn't know a difference between being a young kid and there were adults who were around us. And so bringing a little bit of that flavor to Rantoul, and the focus is Wabash. Having it back at Wabash Valley. Wabash Park.
Wabash Park.
Sorry. Only people from Lafayette will know about that. Sorry, but Wabash Park, because that's where we played, where we hung out. Summertime hit, and the pool. And
the
ball diamonds, and so whether it was t-ball, whether it was
poor old stage out there, I don't even know how that thing is still standing.
It's pretty solid. I was standing on that yesterday, and with actually Marilyn Davis, and we were just sitting there talking about how we used to just hang out on the stage for no reason and watch things going on. So just again bringing back community in a space. I love the sports complex. I think it has, a place for moving forward. But when you just think about community and home and hanging out, like a park is a really good place for people to get extra oxygen, because there's lots of greenery, there's some trees. But then, this weekend we're going to have the Rush is going to have their baseball tournament. So it'll have another flavor to what we've been building, which we started with the kickball tournament. And I think we're up to 6 or 7 teams.
Nice.
And we started just with 2. I'm going to give a shout out to Kicking It Old School and TNT Champs. Those were our first 2 teams. And now we have several, teams, 3 new teams that are coming on board.
I've been voluntold I am on a team. I will be there.
I'm waiting on your name, the team name.
Oh, gosh. That might be a phone call we haven't had yet. So walk us through the weekend.
Sure.
So are we starting Friday night, right?
Friday actually afternoon, at noon, and we're gonna kick it off at the Historical Museum.
Okay, I did see something about that, but please tell me all the things.
Yes, I happened to walk in there, and it is literally just Rantoul on steroids.
And this is at the the church across from
Correct.
Dairy Queen, and I
Yes.
can't remember what church that used to
I
be.
cannot either.
That's okay.
But
Someone
yes.
leave us a comment and let us know what
Yes.
church that was so we can get that.
So that's where we're going to kick it off, because when you walk in there's an old key from the pool that's in there. There's a matchbox, matches from some other, company, and then there's also the Air Force section.
Yeah.
And so obviously Rantoul is connected to Chinook Air Force Base.
Yep.
And this place, I think, is a perfect kickoff because it allows you to see a little bit of everything. Sure, there's a fire department, police department, but there's all the different businesses that have been through here for Rantoul.
So much history.
Absolutely.
We have so much really great history, and that's another thing, like a spin-off that I want to do, is get some of those historic stories and have some people come on and tell me things that I don't know.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's why we're kicking it off. So if people have never got a chance to see a little bit of the village that we know, you're going to walk in there and you're going to see it. And then for those that have been, gone for a while, it's a chance to reconnect.
Yeah.
And so we're going to partner with them, the Historical Museum, to, bring back Rantoul, and then we will head to the park where we want vendors. There's still places for vendors to come.
Okay.
And small businesses, community organizations that would like to, share more information. And my focus obviously is Rantoul because it is this community that sometimes we don't always come together and share what's going on. Life is busy. But I also am open to anybody who has maybe a service that is online or you don't have to be in person. So so small businesses, I really want to push that economic piece of this. And then obviously communities who are representing organizations that can help people in need, families in need. And the other part of this is we're going to have a kid zone. Which I'm really excited about because early intervention is important for both health and for education, the part that we often forget in the foundation name. And so we're going to focus on early education and do some things for kids, mainly under 5, just because that developmental part.
Cool.
So that is the big thing. And then we lead into our 5K bragging rights. 5K fun run.
And this is the first fun run that you've done.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I am a fish out of water in this, but I do know that it's summertime or it's beginning to be summertime. It's something fun to do. And it'll just be another way for us to, bring in more activities, more people. And I do know that there's another 5K in the future. So I'm, trying to figure out, this will be a good way for us to kind of remind people.
That's a sneak preview of what's coming up in our next episode with Amanda Vickery from the Rantoul Area Chamber of Commerce. But we're trying to get more active this summer, and I think that that's really great as a community, that there are multiple things that we can do to support each other. And I think that's one of the things that I love about your relationship with the Chamber is that I think you guys have worked very well together and will continue to do that. And I think that that's pretty awesome. And I know we'll go out to support you. You come out to support us. For those of you who don't know, I am a board member of the RACC and I love volunteering for them. So that's Friday. Let's circle back. What's on Saturday?
So Saturday we are going to be at the Fringe.
What? What is that?
I know. For all you mini golf lovers, we are doing a little bit of a fundraiser and having a 2-person team. There'll be food, there'll be prizes, there'll be just a whole bunch of fun things that people can do. And I like the Fringe because I am not a big golfer. I can drive the car like nobody's business, the cart with nobody's business. However, I like the idea of mini golf because it can be anybody and families.
She says to the unofficial princess of mini golf.
I know. I know who I'm talking to. So
I get it though. I'm the same way. I can't do the big golf tournaments, but if you set up a tournament at the Fringe, I am most likely going to be there every time. Yeah.
And I think that I'd like to continue to have the other golf tournaments that are already established not take away. So that's the other piece of the foundation is I'm not trying to take anything from anybody else. I'm just really trying to find a community niche. And so mini golf, I know there's a few
family
tournaments,
friendly.
but it is. And that's what we're about. Like the start of the foundation was a tribute to my parents
Yeah.
and community and all of the families that, I grew up around. So,
Yeah.
so mini golf 10 to 12 on Saturday, and then we're back at the park afterwards
Whoop,
about
whoop.
1:30, kicking it with all those kickball teams. I've been asked if I'm going to play. No, I am
See,
not.
I'm a little scared. I have not played kickball in, well, let's see, 20, 30-ish years.
Yeah,
30-ish years. Yeah. So
yeah.
it's going to be interesting. But
Well,
I hear last year was great, so this year will be great.
yeah, the teams are made up of 10 to 20 people.
Yeah.
So the goal, again, fun. So
Yeah.
if you only go out kick once and you say, "Yep, I'm in the outfield
That's
afterwards,"
it.
that's it.
Let's go sit.
Yeah, it's very loose family fun
Yeah.
rules. We don't want it super super strict, but
Yeah.
obviously there's, so many outs and things like that.
Of
But
course.
the goal is for us to, again, bring family together, another opportunity for the same vendors, or if there's new for whatever reason, people want to come out, we'll still have our vendors, we'll still have our community resources and our kids zone so that families can get a
Yeah.
chance to take part in that again.
And then how are you going to close things out?
So we're going to close things out at our good old high school.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that is going to be Sunday. And we're doing the pancake
Okay.
breakfast at the high school. The focus there is really to support our military services,
Okay.
our individuals that serve. So obviously that could be the fire, the police, but with our connection with Chanute Air Force Base, I really want to see our veterans come out and their families, and so that we can kind of just be in the same space
Yeah.
and honor. It's been 30 years since the base
I
closed.
know.
So I'm just definitely wanting to see how we can just
How
bring something.
crazy is that? 30 years.
30, yeah, it's a long time, but it seems just like yesterday.
Yeah. For a lot of people, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although I was, just teeny tiny running around East Lawn when that happened. So
yeah, no.
But it's not bad. So tell me, what do you, if you in an ideal world, where would you and how would you like to see this grow over the next 3 to 5 years? You want this to be an annual thing,
Yes,
to bring people home
yes,
and have people come back and
yes.
see. So for our listeners out there who aren't necessarily home now and in the midst of it with all of us, what would be your goal for them? Just to come home and hang out?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, hang out, even if you're not going to want to do kickball.
Yeah.
Be in the park.
Yeah,
and,
just hang out, grab
connect,
a chair.
right? Grab a chair.
Bring some snacks.
Bring some snacks, but there'll also be some goodies out there.
Good.
Some bakeries that will be representing the sweet tooth
side, yeah.
and the sweet side of everything. So, but just help us build back community with being present. I think we don't take enough time to just put down the phones. And as much as I like social media as anybody else and do my own postings and things, I think I get excited about seeing people I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, for sure.
And just building that energy that you only get when you're in person, and you only get when sometimes you are intentional about the intergenerational pieces where you have young people, whether it's babies, and you have people who are over, I'll just say over my age, 50. So, so I think that's really what I would like. I would love for, I know everybody has the reunion, but if there's a way to come together on that weekend, I am intentional about leaving kind of a Saturday evening open so classes can get together, and not doing too much, on Sunday, Friday night, even though it's the walk, but come together as a class and show up and walk together. Yeah.
Walk or cheer if you're a part of our older generations. Come out and just cheer people on and see what you can do.
Absolutely.
And I think that's wonderful. And I look forward to seeing what else you guys come up with, and I can't wait to have you on again, because you're spearheading a lot of really cool things right now.
We will be moving a little bit with Tonya, less spearheading. So that I know that the first couple of years of any nonprofit work, you have to be really heavily involved. But I will say one of the things that we're moving towards for this event is having more youth involvement.
Yes.
And so I'm excited for us to see how that goes. We're kind of piloting an apprenticeship program. And I will say the Bank of Rental was our first sponsor so that we can get some youth involved to help lead, help, kind of design, and then obviously the day up be involved in, being a part of that. So
I'm going to say I'm very proud that I myself as Curly Girl Productions have sponsored the event this year too.
Absolutely.
And as my first endeavor out into this kind of world.
Yes.
So I'm very happy to partner with you on that.
And we are very happy too.
It's going to be really fun to see how all of this grows and goes. But please feel free to come back and on again with anything else you want to tell us.
Yeah.
But where can we find all of your, if you can think of it, we're on what, Facebook?
We're on Facebook. And I will say that's probably the easiest place most people are. There is if you go to Facebook or if you go to our website, I'll make sure that it's up. The Carter Community Foundation. That is the website.
That's up, yeah.
I did pull it off because that was a lot to type, and I'm like, no one wants to type all of that. But mainly on Facebook, we have, the bragging rights, Rantoul is where
all the events are there. Yep.
Yes.
They're very
some on Instagram you can see. And then if people want to text me at 217-722-7173, I will be happy to send out information.
There you go. And then if you're looking for more information, like sign up and pricing and all of that, you can find that on the Facebook page. Feel free to reach out to me as well. I can get you connected with Tonya and we can get all that information out to everyone. But for today, thanks a lot, Tonya, for being here. And I can't wait to have you again in the future.
Well, thank you for having me. And I'm excited to be coming back.
Yay! Well, folks, it's been wonderful having you guys here with us on this episode today, and we look forward to bringing you another episode next week. You can find us on our socials. We are on Facebook and YouTube, and I'm working on getting the webpage set up. So if anybody has advice on setting up a webpage, please let me know. You can find us through Rantoul Roundup. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful week. We'll talk to you later.